Hi, welcome to my stories. I tell lots of stories about dogs and cats and all kinds of animals, but I only have one story about a cockroach. It is called Little Cockroach Martina, La Cucarachita Martina, and it is one of my favorites. Once upon a time, in the island of Puerto Rico, there lived a little cockroach and her name was Martina. Now, Martina was not one of those cockroaches that you see in the garbage. No, 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 no. She was very clean. She was very neat, and her house was spotless. Martina liked nothing better than to take care of her plants, especially her little garden in the front of the house where she worked every single day. And as she worked, she liked to turn on the radio and listen to songs. Now, one day while she was working in her garden, she heard a little clink and she picked it up and it was a coin. I'm rich, she said. I have some money to spend. What should I spend this money on? And she thought and she thought and she said, I can buy some candy. Oh, but then after I eat it all up, it's gone. So that wasn't a very good idea. Then she thought, I have a lovely little house and I have a beautiful garden and I like to listen to songs, but I have to listen to them on the radio. I would love to have someone sing songs just for me. I know, she said. I know what I'm going to spend my coin on. I am going to get myself a husband. I am going to get married. So the very next day, Cucarachita Martina went out and bought herself a beautiful new dress. And she came home and she sat on her porch in her little rocking chair and waited to see if a husband would come along. And sure enough, just a little while later, along came Señor Don Perro, the dog. Señor Don Perro took one look at Cucarachita Martina and came right up to her and took off his hat and said, Buenos dias, Cucarachita Martina. My, you look beautiful today. Please, 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 please marry me. Ay, gracias, señor Don Perro, said Cucarachita Martina. You flatter me. But before I say yes or no, I have to ask you a question. If I marry you, what kind of song will you sing to me? Song? Well, I can sing, said señor Don Perro. And he said, woof, woof, woof. No, said Cucarachita Martina. You are too loud. Que me asustas. I cannot marry you. So Señor Don Perro had to go away very sad because Cucarachita Martina would not marry him. Now, she was still sitting there in her little rocking chair when who should happen to come along but Señor Don Gato, the cat. Señor Don Gato took one look at Cucarachita Martina and he came right up to her and he fixed his little bow tie and he said, Buenos dias, Cucarachita Martina. My, you look so beautiful today. Please, 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 please marry me. Ay, gracias, señor Don Gato, said Cucarachita Martina. You flatter me. But before I say yes or no, I have to ask you a question. If I marry you, what kind of song will you sing to me? Song, said señor Don Gato. Well, I can sing. And he said, meow, meow, meow. Ay, no, said Cucarachita Martina. You are too loud. Que me asustas. I cannot marry you. And Señor Don Gato had to go away very sad because Cucarachita Martina would not marry him. So she was still sitting there when who should happen to come along but Señor Don Sapo, the toad. And Señor Don Sapo took one look at Cucarachita Martina and hopped right up and took off his cap and said, Buenos dias, Cucarachita Martina. You look beautiful today. Please, 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 please marry me. Ay, gracias, señor Don Sapo, said Cucarachita Martina. You flatter me. But before I say yes or no, I have to ask you a question. If I marry you, what kind of song will you sing to me? Song, said señor Don Sapo. Why, I have one of the finest voices in all of Puerto Rico. And he puffed up his big chest and he said, Ribbit, ribbit, Cucarachita Martina, you are way too loud. Que me asustas. I cannot marry you. And Señor Don Sapo went away very sad because Cucarachita Martina would not marry him. Now, at this time, Cucarachita Martina was sitting there in her rocking chair, kind of thinking that this maybe had not been such a good idea, when all of a sudden, who should happen to come by but Señor Raton Pérez, the mouse. Señor Raton Pérez took one look at Cucarachita Martina, and he came right up to her, and he took off his big top hat very politely, and he said, "Buenos días, Cucarachita Martina. My, you look so beautiful. Please, 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 please marry me." "Ay, gracias, Señor Raton Pérez," said Cucarachita Martina. You flatter me, but before I say yes or no, I have to ask you a question. If I marry you, what kind of song will you sing to me?" "Sing," said Señor Raton Pérez. Well, yes, I can sing." And he said, "Squeak, squeak, squeak." "Ay," said Cucarachita Martina, "you are not too loud. No me asustas. Yes, I will marry you, Señor Raton Pérez." So Cucarachita Martina went out and bought herself a beautiful wedding dress. And the very next day, they held their wedding. They invited all their friends, Señor Don Perro, Señor Don Gato, Señor Don Sapo, and Señor Raton Pérez and Cucarachita Martina got married and lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed listening to Little Cockroach Martina, La Cucarachita Martina. Come back soon so you can listen to some more of my stories. Bye.